Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 14th, 2023 new moon solar eclipse reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, which is also linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Oh, there's a huge ending coming up here. A huge ending coming here, Taurus. All right? And it's one that has shaken your world. You're already a part of this. I see you as already being a part of a tower time. You've been through a tower time. Either it's been a personal, like, dark night of the soul type of time, or it's been one where people will be like, wow, Taurus, they put you through the ringer, or you were put through the ringer. So just be aware of this. You're coming out of a tower time. But this whole period right here, the new moon, the solar eclipse, is all going to be tinged with you coming out of this time of profound change. It has been a time of profound change. You do not see things the same way that you have seen things before. There was tremendous growth here, tremendous realization, tremendous insight that has come into your world. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is centered. Yeah. Your center has been knocked. It has been, kind of somebody tried to knock you off center, knock you off your stride, knock you off of your birthright of prosperity, bounty, abundance in this universal energy. You are centered once again. All right. And what's really, I keep on hearing, you cannot stop us. We will be victorious. That song. And there's this energy here of like, you tried to stop me and you just couldn't. And I am now more centered, more focused, more honed than I have ever been. And it moves us then to this energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the Three of Wands. Be mindful of certain things opening up to you, or of certain people saying, oh, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? They're saying it for their own gain and they have their own agenda. So here, look at things and really center yourself in what you want and how you need to move forward for you, Taurus, because that is going to be your greatest, like, your greatest sense of balance, your greatest sense of how do I move? How do I embrace my world? How do I move forward in what I love and what I want in life? Okay. But also, doors are going to be opening to you. Be mindful of choosing wisely, because there's a sense of I can go, from one situation that I want to be out of, or I'm getting out of into a situation just like it because the energy feels similar, right? And we're very drawn energetically to things that we feel like, oh, I know this, like, oh, I feel comfortable with this, even though we might not have liked it. We feel we're used to it. We're used to it. It's kind of like, yeah, you're just used to it. So just be aware of that energy coming forward here, Taurus. We are crowned with the tower. I know a tower time is not something that we like. And I know that Spirit has been saying you're coming out of a tower time. Yes, these cards are showing you leaving this tower time behind so powerfully. But you have been in a time that has shaken you. You know, that it can be for the last 16 months. Okay. It could be since you were 16. It can be, for 16 days, 16 weeks, that type of thing. I'm seeing you coming out of this. For some of us, this feels like all we've known, or this has absolutely consumed our lives. Just be aware. Be aware that when we come out of a tower time, where we start to find our balance again, we can feel very unsure of ourselves. Things have fallen apart once before, and we can have this energy of when's next shoe going to drop? When am I going to be, betrayed or hurt, or, everything's just going to fall apart again? Or when am I going to fail myself again? And with this new moon, okay, this new moon in Libra is all about balance. Solar eclipse, all about, insight. We are going to find that if we look at this time of profound change, we're never going backwards. We are never going backwards. And it is time to move forward in what we love, in what we want, in stability, in security. Okay. And this has just given us a really good insight into what we will never, ever, go to again. It's like, I will never be drawn to this energy again. Will tower times happen in our lives again? Yeah, most likely. That's just common sense. But we come out so much stronger than we have ever seen ourselves before. We're actually kind of surprising ourselves, Taurus. With the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles, there is a sense of things aren't as balanced, as maybe even centered as we want them to be. So just be aware of this around money, around what we value as much as money. There are certain things that are out of balance during this time. We are going to be hyper aware of this. We are going to be really focused on this. Now, don't let things being out of balance become our obsession, but this is going to be a time where we step back and we say, okay, what is out of harmony here? What is, kind of like an out of balance power structure? What is it that I do not want in my life anymore? And we're going to see ourselves picking up our prosperity, picking up our success, picking up our bounty, and moving out of toxicity. And that is a really good thing for us. It's kind of like the seeds that we planted, they were in soil that was way too acidic for them. And now we're moving forward. Now we're moving on. And that's going to be a beautiful thing because we still have our seeds. Spirit shows me like just taking them out of the soil and putting them into a bag, and then we're moving forward. And it's like, yeah, yes, I am. I'm moving to so much more than I thought I could have. There's a tremendous sense of movement around us. Taurus, the Knight of Pentacles, which is what the Messenger of Earth is. The Knight of Pentacles is moving us forward in ways that we hadn't imagined for us. We didn't think that we could actually get there. This is going to be a time of movement. It's going to be slow and steady movement, but that's the type of movement that we really like, we really enjoy, and we're really guided by. The messenger of earth is also telling us that the earth speaks to us, which can sound funny, okay, the earth is going to speak to me, but it's going to be a really beautiful thing where it's like, get out in nature, sit outside, have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee, let the earth speak to you, speak with you. Your thoughts are going to calm down. There's like an increase of serotonin in our bodies. There's just a sense of, okay, now I can hear. Because as you're moving forward, you're moving in this direction of movement, yeah, right. How many times can you say move? But what Spirit is saying here is that you're going to be leaving behind what is no longer right in your life, what you no longer want, and where you no longer need to be. You're embracing your prosperity. You're seeing your prosperity. And for a lot of us, we're seeing it for kind of the first time within us. And we're going to be moving forward. And we're really looking at things calmly, systematically. This isn't like we're just jumping off a cliff. We've been slowly and steadily building towards this moment. And people will never call us reckless, or will never call a positive Taurus reckless. We are moving in the direction of our success. It's kind of like, this is my energy, this is my talent, and this is what I'm going to walk forward in. It can take different manifestations in every single person's life because our talents are all different, but we are moving forward towards so much more than we had imagined. And this is a time where people can really kind of throw the word fool at us, say we're foolish, say we don't have an understanding of this, say, we can't be like that. And it's like, oh no, oh no. I am open to endless possibilities, endless bounty is coming my way and leading me forward to where I need to be for myself. This is a time where we find ourselves taking risks. They can seem to other people to be foolish risks, but we're stepping out of a comfort zone and stepping into ourselves. And we're doing so with tenacity, with intuition, with determination, with focus, with insight, and that is just opening up one door after another for us. Remember, every single hero's journey starts with us first being called a fool, first being laughed at. In any story that you read, any movie that you watch, when somebody's going to do something extraordinary or just that other people don't think is practical, they always laugh. I always think of Hercules. He was always laughed at, and yet he performed these unbelievable feats. And this is what we do in our lives. We have Herculean challenges before us that seem absolutely insurmountable, and yet we achieve. We succeed. The fact that we're not, huddled in the fetal position in the corner saying no, no more to life is a huge testament to the power of the human spirit, to the power of our drive to move forward. You're deeply connected with your angels during this time. Your spirit guides too, your ancestors, yes, but your angels are like working overtime. So connect with them. Take that energy, move it forward with you. And the Eight of Cups is you're walking away from something you once thought you would love. I see this really as the end of the Tower time. Now, this could be an ending as severe as a divorce, but that's what the Tower time has been. It has divorced you from certain things, certain ideas, certain people, certain even institutions. And there is a sense here of now I'm moving forward in the power of what I love. I'm carrying love at the center of my heart, and I'm walking closer to my goals, closer to what I desire. I'm walking to where I love to be, and I'm figuring that out. And we could be really mad at ourselves and say, why is it taking so long? And Spirit is saying, better late than never. Some people live their whole lives without ever connecting with the spirit of why they're here on this earth. And yet we are connecting with it now. It's kind of like that beautiful, solar eclipse, which I believe is the last solar eclipse of this year. That beautiful new moon is just giving us such insight, connecting us with the void of possibilities. The void of the universe is opening to us in an astounding way. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So it's really interesting here as the tower falls, right? As we have this tower time, or we've been through this tower time, we have gone through a sense of having a hard time stepping out of our comfort zone, kind of wanting to hold on to things and keep them exactly the way that they were, or exactly the way that we wanted them to be. And this is going to be a time where we want to step out of our comfort zone. This is going to be, no, it's not a time that we're going to want to be stepping out of our comfort zone. It's going to be a time where we need to embrace comfort. That's it. That's what Spirit is saying. It's like, no, you're not stepping out of your comfort zone. You're stepping out of using your comfort zone. That's it. You're stepping out of using your comfort zone as a wall, as, kind of a barrier between you and the rest of the world. But this is a time where you really need to look at what makes you feel safe and secure, what you love. I'm just seeing, like, sitting down with a nice warm cup of cocoa or tea and just, or coffee, and just letting yourself relax, just letting yourself take a break, because you are powerfully and intensely protected. And that's going to be something that this moon really highlights for us, Taurus, in a very real way and in a very powerful way. We're going to see, oh, wow, I'm a lot more protected. I've come out of a time that has shaken things for me, and I have come out better. All right. Maybe battle scarred, absolutely. But I've come out stronger in my intuition of self, stronger in my connection with my angels and my spirit guides. But mainly during this time here, Taurus, it's a connection with your angels that are just opening up the door for you. There's a sense here when things were out of balance. This new moon, it says a new start is coming. There's a new start to what has tried to crush you. Okay. The resistance, it's like, okay, I have resisted. I'm tired. And this brings a powerful change that leads us forward in a way that we hadn't imagined for ourselves. It brings things back into balance, but it brings things into perspective for us. How do I need to move forward? What do I need? What do I want? Where am I heading? What am I going towards? What do I want for me? And there's an energy that made us think, maybe I stopped fighting for myself. And there's an insurgence now of no, but I step forward in my energy. It's not fighting the same battle. And it can't be picking things up and saying, okay, I'm changing the game. I'm changing the playing field. I'm moving forward for me. And this moon brings a lot of knowledge to us that we hadn't expected that we needed. We didn't think we were waiting for. And it brings us then to the messenger of earth. And this says, your commitment is being tested. And that's reversed. Okay. So your commitment to you was being tested here, Taurus. It definitely was. But this is a time where you see your tremendous faith move you forward. And it doesn't have to be an orthodoxy. It is simply a faith in yourself, a faith in your angels, your spirit guides, in the universe. So I guess there is a spirituality over things, but there tends to be in my readings, in my connection with spirit. But there is this sense of having faith in your dreams, this sense of, yes, my commitment was being tested, but it was being tested by others that wanted to see me break and fall. And I'm stepping into my power as an agent of change, as a viable, being that moves forward in the messenger of the message, in the energy of the messenger, in the sense of I'm opening up the doors, I'm moving things forward, I'm going after what I want, and I'm, slowly and steadily building what is sacredly important to me. Now, it's very interesting in our fool's energy that we are resistant to change. So I just find that a bit funny during this time, because here it says meditate and contemplate. That would be so beneficial. All right. We might not want to, because, meditating and contemplating can just seem like, oh, whatever. I don't have time for that right now. But setting the mind, lowering our blood pressure, lowering, I just see like the heart, like lowering the stress that's on our hearts is going to be so important. We're resistant to, there's been so much change around us that we're resistant to the change that's coming. It's like, oh no, you're just going to muck this up. And yet there's a power in this change. There's a beauty in this change. There's realization in this change that is opening up doors for us in a very real way. Slow things down. Meditation, contemplation will actually be tremendous tools for us to utilize during this time, and a tremendous way to move forward in success and in prosperity. So just know that. But we are a bit, it could be gun shy, it's kind of like, what is it? Twice burned. What is that saying? you know, I don't know, it's something about twice burned, then you become shy about it. But it's like you've trusted, you've moved forward, you've seen this change, you've seen change and think, oh, it's going to be positive, and you were disappointed. And now this is a time where you're looking at things and you're resistant to a certain change that's coming forward on or around the 14th. But you're going to see that you start to move in a direction that's so important for you. And it's like, oh, this change isn't bad. But you've been so conditioned for bad change. So just be aware of that. It's like, oh no, it's that, it's that other shoe dropping. It's the sense of like, oh, okay, everything's going to fall apart. It moves us then to the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups brings us from the moon, the end of a tough cycle approaches, because the realization reversed is like we're finally coming to the realization that we hold a lot more power than we think we did. We're the key to a lot more things than we had realized. The end of the tough cycle approaches. A sense of balance, a sense of harmony, a sense of insight comes forward. And I'm definitely seeing this. I mean, I know this is the full moon in Capricorn, but this is also around Capricorn energy, December 22nd to January 19th. I just see like there's a block, a block, a block. And then all of a sudden, there's like, oh, I can move forward that way. Oh, I have that power. I know that seems like so long from now, and yet it's not, which is like mind boggling to me that this year has gone by so very quickly. So just be aware of this during this time, is that a lot of knowledge is coming your way. There's huge realizations that are coming forward. It brings us to our subconscious spirit message, which is hope. You know, I love hope. It was the last thing left in Pandora's box. When she unleashed all the chaos onto the world, she left us hope. And hope is what we need as human beings to keep on going, to keep moving forward. Hope. And I love that beautiful green, the beautiful blue and green dress, but the green is just really calling to me. And that's our liver energy in Qigong. That is our heart chakra. And there's a sense of releasing our anger and embracing what we love. And we're going to see that we're moving more and more towards that, a release of anger and an embrace of what we love. And it brings us, and we're doing it subconsciously. It's like we're just letting certain things go. It's like I'm not doing this anymore. It brings us to our our subconscious energy to be mindful of, which is not walking away. Here we have the Eight of Cups, right? And here we have the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Cups reversed is like, oh no, I'm going to stay. Oh no, I'm going to keep it and it have to be just like this, just like that, in order for things to be right. Spirit is saying here, just because it was always done some way does not mean it always needs to be done that way. There's just a sense of us getting into a rut with something. So be mindful about that. Or somebody getting into rut with something and thinking it has to be like this. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. I do apologize. Oh, excuse me. I do apologize, guys. So just be aware about that during this time. Is that it's either us who has gotten in that rut or somebody who says, no, it has to be just like this. And you're like, no, it doesn't. So just be aware. We're realizing so much more that we hold a lot more power than we realized, than we ever thought we did. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Air. It is the Seven of Swords. There's subconsciously, there's a lie. There's a lie. I saw dreams and I was like, this isn't the Seven of Cups. It's not the Seven of Water. But there's a lie here. There's a doubt here subconsciously that's like kind of weaseled its way into your mind. So just be aware of this subconsciously. You're working against a negativity that was implanted there by somebody else. It's kind of like they whispered a doubt or a fear into your ear, and it's taken root. And Spirit is saying here, release it, release it. Our subconscious Luna message is boundaries, and show the world the real you. Have very strong boundaries, Taurus. But show the world the real you. Show them what you're capable of. Because it's astounding. What a Taurus is capable of is absolutely, positively astounding. So here, look at yourself and say, this is me. This is what I'm connecting with. This is who I am. This is how I'm moving forward in my positivity, in my grace. And keep those clear boundaries, because that's going to be a very important thing. All right. All right. Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this new moon and solar eclipse, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.